The pragmatic competence is part of the communicative competence. The pragmatic competence is about teaching children how to use the language appropriately in different contexts and situations. To teach them this in school, we must make sure that pupils have adequate vocabulary. This can only be done by explicit teaching in vocabulary. To make sure the pupils are motivated, we need to make sure the situations are authentic. This way, the pupils can see a point in why they have to learn something new.
There's a difference in the way how you talk to different people based on the theme of the topic. An example is, if a doctor speaks to a doctor, he uses other words than if he is speaking to a patient.
Okay. The situation plays an important part of pragmatic competence. It is important to know when you have to be formal or when you can be informal, and when you need to be specific and when you don't. The situation decides it all. When you are sitting in front of a person and talking to each other about something on the table, you can use a lot of pronouns like this, that, etc. But when you're talking in the phone or in a more formal situation, you need to be more specific in your way of speaking, because in the phone you can't see what the other refers to.
In regards to communicative competence, the relative status plays an important role. This is determined by your participant's status or role. This has great importance because it can change the whole tone of the conversation. An example could be the way in which you talk to your headmaster compared to the way you talk with your friends. The use of words and tone is very important in this factor because it can either send off the signal of being impolite and annoying to friendly and inviting.
Lasse, I would like to tell you about how we use pragmatic competence in class. As Caroline stated before, it is very important to work with the students' interest and motivation and give them a purpose. This can be done by telling them to write a letter to their school in which they have to complain or come with some advice.